And for my last one, I think that's my last one, isn't it? I just did this nice painting. So that's my design, my nice painting. Yeah. Okay, you probably don't. So I'll just better take these off before I do that. Now this is a wall hanging that I use quite a lot at home, and it is one that I change all the time. So I thought that it could be a Halloween design this time instead of just an ordinary design. And so I thought about, okay, so for Christmas, what could you do for Christmas with this one? Red and white, yeah. Baubles, ribbons, yeah. You could do it for Easter, you could do it for Mother's Day, you could do it just because you've got nice flowers and you like it. So wall hangings are always a good thing to have, and then you can just change all the time. You don't have to have traditional wreaths at your home. And I know that in America they do a lot of harvest wreaths, don't they? So that would have been good with them.
How did you make it?
How do I make it? Let me see. Let me look at it first. Okay, so it's done with, I just made a frame using just gum branches or whatever. There's a bit of Gamack in there, as you can see, and I've threaded the gum nuts while they were still green. So, no, so I was able to thread them. Oh, I think I did drill them, but they were really easy to drill because they were still green. Yeah, and then they've dried like that. So I've changed it lots of times, so it can go to a new home. And then people can decide what they want to do with it for their... They might want to put it in the bin, Michael. Alright, so... Yeah, so I decided to put something for the audience on the back so that if I'm hiding behind here, you've got something to look at. I had to put it on the board because it's just so hard to demonstrate something like this. It's not the easiest thing to do. There's lovely things out there to do, I can see to use for wall hangings. It's a really nice sort of medium to do. And I really like the lichen sticks as well. Probably this is not a good idea for your demonstration course, Michael, to do it with a big thing in the way. You mightn't get past that one. Okay, I'll bring him around there before I cut him because you're probably sick of seeing Monet for a moment. And come around here and see the real Monet. Okay, so just added a little bit of extra texture to the side there, and gives lots of space, lots of light through it as well. The other nice thing about it is it gives depth, and one of the problems with wall hangings is that they often are too flat, and it's hard to get depth into them. So always think about that, putting things behind, putting things that add a different sort of lightness to it. So it's heavy, it's light, it's got lots of space, it's got lots of negative space so you can see through it, and you can see the things at the back as well. Okay. Is that the speaker making those funny sort of noises? Now this guy was grown in Canberra, would you believe it? Yes. So I was really surprised that happened. Sometimes people are able to grow them successfully in Canberra, but you have to be a bit careful about where you put them. So for Halloween, I thought about something with a bad hair day would be good. It's not quite as bad as Michael's, the bad hair day over there and the bolt through the nose. Yes. No, I don't think that this was the best way to demonstrate this, but anyway. COVID style. So I'll just sit him up towards the top here. to make it come back. So you can, this is just a way of adding some fresh and some dried. I'll come around the other side in a minute so that I feel a bit bad being behind here all the time. But you could talk amongst yourselves while see? It's good I made you come alive by showing you the x-rays, didn't I? So just adding a few bits and pieces in here. And I've got some lovely pink cushions as well, which are really nice. No. Carol hadn't grown in her garden. Yes.
That was my plan to use them.
Yeah, I did offer.
I know.
Okay. Oh, look, if you get this one, you get a Monet as well. Bargain. Of course, yes, it did cut through, so they're nice and fresh. Come around, let's say hello at this side too. So that we've got another purple. This is much easier to use than fishing line, that's for sure. Using paper covered wire, it's a lot more forgiving for demonstrators. I do have some cable ties as well, but they're a little bit short for this. So I decided that I would err on the side of caution and just cut myself some little paper covered wires. So that's just adding just another sort of dimension to this. The other good thing about that is that the colour pops, but also you've got a little bit of smoothness with the strelitzia and the stem and the strelitzia as well, because everything else is fairly busy. When they were fresh, these gum nuts added another texture too, because they were green and they had a bit of a shine to them. But yes, and I guess for the piece de resistance, I've got them in here somewhere. Here they are. I've got some spider chocolates.
So you need some spiders.
Yeah, we've got some. Spiders is what it needs for Halloween. I've got some ghost ones as well. Oh, yeah. And I'll just use some sticky dots for these. But you could string them. That would be another thing. You could add another string through there like you have with the... Just put a needle through and a wire through them. Do you know why these are called sticky dots? Yeah. They stick to everything. And you can't get them off. So where will these go? Maybe I just can make a little grouping of them down the... Oh yes, they stick to everything except branches. So that's giving you, I just turn it around while I've got one, that's giving you another sort of a colour coming through. It's giving you another texture, a little bit of a shine like your Christmas baubles might be. Got my fingers stuck together. And you don't have to... Aldi, my favourite shop. Yeah. Yeah. It's on the Isle of Dreams, Michael. Down the Isle of Dreams. The Wednesday.
Sorry.
No.
They're having an argument here about where you got the dots from. You got them from Cotton.
I got them from Oasis. No, I got these from Aldi, but the dots came from Oasis because I get their newsletter, and they have some good specials for the time, and their postage is really good, and they give you a discount if you earn credits, so it's really good. They have some great discounts actually.
You're selling that gel, that sticky gel that Anne had it. It was even better last year. It was fabulous.
Yeah. Doesn't that make that pop? Yeah, they actually add something else to it. Yes. You can sort of fiddle around with some things, and probably in there. So you've got the orange. I'll just turn it back around. So you've got the orange, and the orange coming down into the yellow and orange. So that's sort of got a bit of rhythm about it, but I'll put a couple, I'll counterbalance them somewhere else. In a random spot. See? And they got stuck to the other one now.
I can do that with blueberries.
Blueberries, yes. That'd be good. Blueberries will probably last a bit better than some of the other fruits because they're a little bit... Oh, now, where does she put it? Where does she put it? Decisions. I might put him in towards the back a bit so he's not so in your face. Up a bit higher so it's not at the same level as that. So you're going to put that out in your street and scare all the kids this weekend? I heard people talking on the radio about how they don't normally do anything for Halloween, but because of COVID, they're sort of feeling that, you know, it's just something that they can do that's a bit different, and, you know, to do that's neighbourly, or, you know, doing something. Yes, Anzac Day is amazing. And so I've got 3 and 2. But something's happened here too, I'll show you in a minute. When I turn it around, I've got fishing line stuck to me, I've got everything. Okay, I'll put him up there. Okay, there you go. So I'll put them towards the back there so he's good. But now I think that what's happened down the bottom is that the yellow has receded a bit. I don't know whether other people think the same thing, but the yellow at the bottom doesn't have quite the same impact as it did, yes. So I could add another one underneath there or something just to bring it down.
Put one of them under the yellow.
Yes, yeah, just to bring it down, just to bring the eye down a bit. And then when you take it apart, you can eat the chocolates. If you can get the sticky gum off. I swear that I see other people using these with great finesse, but it's not me. So if I bring in, yeah, what's sticky? Maybe, yeah, that might help a little bit just to bring it down there. Yeah, just so what do you think? Yes? Yes. Okay.